Welcome to Dairy Business Update. I'm your host, Joel Hastings. Our guests today are executives with Cainthus, the company that is bringing computer vision and artificial intelligence, the new AI, if you will, to dairy management. We're talking with Jane Cummings, the Chief Technology Officer for the company based in Dublin, Ireland at headquarters, and with Tyler Bramble, Portfolio Growth Lead Manager, who's right here in California. Welcome to you both.
Thanks, Joel. I'm excited to be here this morning.
We're
Thanks
delighted.
very much, Joel.
Tyler, why don't you start? Give us a little bit of background on the technology and the products, and particularly the new product that you're introducing.
Sure. So as you mentioned in your opening statement, Cainthus is a company that's using computer vision and artificial intelligence now to monitor cows 24/7, 365. So we're using cameras, we're installing cameras in the barn, which are able to watch and monitor those cows. And so we've taught those cameras to recognize various cow behaviors, to recognize when cows have access to feed, when feed's delivered, pushed up, cleaned out, or even at what time of days the cows are consistently running out of feed. So the first module that we released is called ALUS Nutrition. We released it at the World Ag Expo this last February. For those of you that are interested, ALUS is actually the Celtic god of agriculture, and with us being an Irish-based company, we felt it was really appropriate to name our first product after the god of agriculture in Ireland. So that first product, ALUS Nutrition, monitors feed availability and the feeding events that go on at the dairy. The second product that we have just recently released is called ALUS Behavior. And ALUS Behavior is actually monitoring the line time, the time that these cows are standing. We've generate a cow comfort index, and we keep track of how long those cows are out of the pen. So the exciting part for me is that we're really starting to raise the intensity and our ability to manage the cows. We can now watch them, like I said, 24/7 around the clock, and we can start to evaluate the management decisions that we're making. And we've got real unbiased, real-time data that we can start to evaluate whether or not we're making the right decision or not. So it's really bringing a whole new level of precision to the management of cows. Yeah, we're excited to be working in this space and helping the dairies get more and more efficient.
Jane, from your point of view, why don't you tell us a little bit about the technology of AI and computer vision, because your technology is not just video recordings of the cows that somebody has to keep an eye on, but it's that analysis that is so critical and so unique. But kind of give us the big picture view, if you would.
Sure, Joel. Thanks very much. So I thought I would start by telling you a little bit about my background. So I started my career in academia, and I was in particle physics, working at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. And there I was looking at the interactions of particles at high energies, and I was developing technology, similar types of technology that we're working on today, but for very academic, sort of pure research uses. And what I find really exciting about what we're doing today at Cainthus is that we're using a lot of that similar technology that so far has been developed for purely sort of academic or research use cases, and taking that out and providing applications with it. So I just wanted to start by saying, like, how exciting it is in this time to be working in AI and artificial intelligence, to be able to work on real problems and to bring that, to places like on the farm. So what we're doing, as Tyler's already described really nicely at a high level, is we're taking AI to the farms, and we're doing that to be able to produce observation at scale, powered by algorithms, as you say, Joel, where it's not just the cameras and the raw data or the raw feed that we're bringing onto the farm, but we're also bringing the algorithms to the farm where we're using artificial intelligence to see and to monitor and to see all of the things that Tyler's just described. So we're looking at the cow's behavior, we're looking at the feed, we're looking at whether or not there's access to feed or available feed, and then we're making those connections to whether or not the cows are at the feed bunk feeding, and being able to make all of those connections and doing that at high frequency and at large scale, which would be absolutely impossible if we were trying to do that manually, if we were trying to do that through people on the farm, you know, making those observations manually, if they were just doing it with, you know, staff or in more conventional traditional ways. So we're really bringing this power to the farm through bringing the cameras and technology and AI, where we can start to see and observe continuously at scale. And then we're just at the beginning of this. So we're just starting to see what is the insights that we can start to produce by doing that. What are those connections that we can make? Tyler made reference to the Cow Comfort Index, which before, you know, was almost more of a purely academic thing that we could talk about and see. But now we're seeing that on every pen every day, and starting to see, you know, what can we actually learn from that, and what can we do with that, and how can we use that application so that it's not purely just a academic effort, either on our side in the development of technology, but also in furthering sort of how we can understand and bring higher precision and data-driven management onto the farm.
Well, I think that sounds not only over my head, but very exciting in terms of the future technology. Jane, if you could take just a moment, if you, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but maybe you could just give us a little glimpse of what maybe the future holds for how this technology might be helpful as we move forward.
Sure. Well, I think I've just started to get into it there. We're making continuous observations at scale. We're looking at what else we can see on the farm. I think there's no real limit to, you know, what is the potential of what we could do with the technology as we continue to observe, as we continue to build more algorithms and models to see the different things that are most meaningful and most important when we talk to our customers, and when we ask them what is it that they would like to see, what would they monitor if they could monitor it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we're really excited that it feels like we're only at the beginning of this journey, and going to be producing more and more observations and more data to unlock that value.
Well, it does sound exciting indeed. We do need to wind up. Our time is limited, but I'd like to thank Jane Cummings and Tyler Bramble with Cainthus, the artificial intelligence and computer vision company based in Dublin, Ireland. This is Joel Hastings for Dairy Business Update at dairybusiness.com.